Welcome, everybody, to episode 107 of the effing title. And today's episode is kind of a big one in the history of the channel, in the history of the podcast, in the history of the histories. As you can see from the screen, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, and that sucks for you. There's nothing on the screen. There's nothing here, right? That's because as this year has started, right, a lot of us have been saying that 2022 is the year of the kings, right? And as the king of the North, I decided that it's only rightful that I bring another king in with me. So, without further ado, welcome to the new version of the effing title.
Hey.
With my co-host, DeNutte. Sup,
Hey.
dude?
It's good to be here. Thank you for the warm welcome, the cold welcome, I guess, the king of the north.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of, is it cold there? It's kind of cold here.
It's cold. No, yeah.
I mean, this morning for me it was, it says 24 now, but this morning it was like 7.
It was real cold. It was windy this morning. The wind. It was the wind chill.
Yesterday, I opened the door downstairs, like flung it open, kind of like how big guys do. You just fling the fucking door open. I flung that thing open. That thing flung right back at me.
I was working on a soccer field all Thursday. It was 60 degrees, and I was like, oh man, this is nice. And then today was 7 degrees.
Of course, John's dealing with 75 degrees down in Florida, so all in all, we're doing well. DeNutte,
That's sweater weather.
That is sweater weather. You've been here before, but for the people who don't fully know you and don't know you now, considering that you are the new co-host here, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Hey guys, I'm DeNutte. Husky, I go back. Been playing games for a bit now. Come on the podcast a few times. I think it's been pretty good. I'd like to say we have a good mesh together.
Mm-hmm.
Different views on a lot of things.
It's funny that you say that because it is amazing how different our views are on a lot of things. Especially like this week, I feel like this week really encapsulates.
It'll come up. It'll come up probably.
Oh, probably. God damn it.
If anyone saw Peacemaker, they might understand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I haven't streamed I streamed a couple weeks ago, but I hadn't been streaming. I used to stream, 5 or 6 days a week. We just popped in for this and see how this is going to go. Co-hosts,
Yeah.
Two bearded men.
Two bearded men. That's the side version. That's the OnlyFans version of this.
Two men, one beard.
Exactly. After this, we get off, and then we're gonna take our shirts off, and then we'll do it again. But it's only for OnlyFans. So.
Yeah, I would take off my shirt right now, but we know how Twitch is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we ain't got no pasties yet.
Well, I could paint my body, and it's artistic. So.
True. I ain't got no paint, so.
That's what, John. I love Peacemaker too.
Yeah.
So.
So this is gonna be. If anyone has watched the F title before, we normally have like a very, I wouldn't say rigid, but kind of a fluid movement of where we're going and kind of the topics that we have.
There's a format.
Yeah, and as with talking with DeNutte, we kind of decided, that we're going to say fuck that and kind of take that and throw it out the fucking window, and we're just going to talk about whatever the fuck we want that week. So here we are, and as you guys already know, Peacemaker is going to be brought up, so I might as well just bring it up. DeNutte, what do you think of Peacemaker?
Know me, so we've talked about it. We've had podcasts on the DC universe. I'm not a huge comic guy, but I'm a big consumer of like digital media. So I don't know. DC's not always been my favorite. I love Marvel movies, but I don't care for. I think the comics suck.
Fair.
I really liked Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love the actor. I watched the Kurt
Zach
Warner.
Levy is.
Oh my god. I watched his Kurt Warner movie
tell me how it was because Rob. Well, me and Rob. I don't know if you were there for it, but me and Rob were playing Apex one day, and it got brought up. So he went and looked up reviews, and for like 20 minutes, because he was dead the entire game, he like died early, and it was ranked, so he just kind of kept moving. For the entire rest of the game, Rob was just reading reviews, and all the reviews said it was like the greatest movie ever made, sort of thing. But the only thing there was two major flaws. They said one,
Yeah.
the actor's age doesn't change, and I'm
No.
sitting there like, oh no shit.
All right, so all right, so here, I want to hear the second one.
And
Sorry.
then the second one was that he didn't really go through any struggles. He was good here, then he was good here, then he was good here, then he was good here. It's just that he never
Well,
got the opportunity, like that sort of thing.
I think it was the age thing because he was like a senior in college and he was 40-year-old Zachary Levi, and then so I really enjoyed it. I was drunk a couple weeks ago, and I ordered it on Xbox. I bought it.
Oh,
I could play it for you some night.
well, I mean, I might have to tell Rob that, then he can watch it because I don't know if
Yeah,
he's watched it
we
yet.
could play on Discord or something. No, we won't do that. So I it was really enjoyable, but like I had to look into it to see like how true it really was because like it was just like this man's determination and love for God got him to the NFL. And, like he was a senior in college and he fell for a woman, a veteran, who had two kids and like was living with her parents and she just fell in love with this woman and was like, I'm gonna be the new dad. And they're like, no, you're not. And he's like, I'm gonna be there. And
Fuck you,
it's
kid.
just like this like wild story and he's like determination and like I think it was like eight years before he got signed
Yeah.
after college. And I don't really know. I didn't really know anything about Kurt Warner, and I knew he was a great quarterback. But it was literally like he worked at a grocery store. He like practiced on his own. He kept in shape, and then he got into the arena football league, and then just worked his way up. And it's just, I don't know. It was good. Like it just was like I'm doing this for my God and not my country. Sorry, my God and my wife. I love him. With the power of God, we can get through anything. So like that's all.
Because like that was the thing that me and Rob were talking about. Is like it was just like, yeah, he was good in college. Then there was that little weird off part. Then he was good in the arena league, and then went to the pros and he was good there. And it's like, so it's like, where's the real struggle? Like, aren't these movies the struggle?
He was like second string at like a D1 AA. So like he didn't even really play at a school that didn't get looks. And then he got drafted by the Packers. He was undrafted by the Packers. Undrafted, got called up to the Packers, and then he got fired like his second day. Didn't even play. So I don't know. It just it was I guess.
No, okay. So is it more of the typical Christian movie versus a football movie, or is there a decent mix?
It's more of a football movie. But then they like have you ever seen like a Christian movie? Like
Yeah, there's a bunch. What's the one there's a football one it's the kid doing
Berliner. He's the greatest walk-on ever. Lineman. That one? Is that no?
The one I'm thinking of is like the kid, like the coach, and like he's like about God, and he's got the kid, and the kids are doing bear crawls, and they have people on their back facing the giants. I think it might be called.
That one is that I know what that one is. It's the kid from Vikings.
Is it?
If I believe so. I believe so. Yeah. I know this is not good for podcasts, but
we do things on our own. Fucking.
Brandon Burlsworth. It's on Netflix. It's a movie. It's about Brandon Burlsworth. It's called. God. I watched that movie. That movie was all about faith. I want to point out I'm not a religious man, but I watch all these movies. And I'm like, maybe I should have some more. There's a movie. Okay, what is this movie called? Greater. It's on Netflix.
Great choice for a title.
Yeah. But so I like there's a Taylor Kitsch religious movie. There's like but Dennis Quaid does a bunch of them. They have like a soap opera effect.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a similar look. Lucas Black of Tokyo Drift fame, he had a golf one. Did you see the greatest game ever played? Shia LaBeouf movie.
I mean, you said Shia LaBeouf, so I've probably seen it. I mean,
It's his golf movie.
probably not. Never mind.
Okay. These movies all have like a filter over them, or like,
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
I know what you're talking about with that.
you know, soap operas, they have that like washed out effect, like low production.
Mm-hmm.
That's what like all these religious movies have, this washed out look to them. That it almost seems like they put too much production in it. Like I think of it as like a flare from God coming down. There's like a Star Trek,
Yeah.
that his lens flare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like that, but it's a hue. It's
Instead of
God's
it.
hue.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
It's
so like
it's
whenever I
like
see those movies, it has God's hue over it.
yeah. It's like almost like the they got to take you know what it's like they take like a piece of paper, and they put it over the camera lens, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, now shoot.
Yeah, but like it's only in the corners. Like it's like a
Only in the
like the center is fine, but it's like everything around it. It's like kind of out of focus.
imagine seeing the director for like first day, and he's like, wait. And he's like cutting triangles and taping them on the corners.
Filter. We need the filter. It's like George Clooney and that Western movie he made
Oh God.
that spawned all like the Western sepia movies for like 20 years.
Yep.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yep. That was such a good movie though. Such a good
All right, we'll watch that movie one of these nights.
Amazing how we
set
go
that up.
from Peacemaker all the way to George Clooney's where where our brother are, Oh God.
I really liked Peacemaker. I know it's not the humor that you love,
Yep.
but so we talked about how it's like it's kind of spitting in DC's face,
Yeah.
and like the hardcore Snyder fans. I keep getting TikToks about people like saying, screw Snyder Snyder fans."
Bro, I find it so funny.
It's so split down.
It is. It's Warner Brothers has done a great job of destroying their own potential by like literally splitting the DC fandom into two, which is either you like Zack Snyder or fuck Zack Snyder. Just give us stuff.
I'm more of a CW fan.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that.
I'm just kidding.
But no, I mean, it's weird. Like it very like that whole thing is it's very much weird how Warner Brothers literally made a divide in their own company, and it's fucking them. But it is interesting seeing what's happening at Warner Brothers right now that a lot of people don't know about. Discovery bought them out or merged with them.
Really?
And Discovery is a lot bigger than Warner Brothers, apparently. How about that for fucking news?
I thought Discovery was under the Disney umbrella.
Nope. So that's National Geographic.
Yeah.
So Discovery is merging over, and the CEO of Discovery, like 5 months ago, was like, "Yeah, shit's bad. I'm moving to California to fix this." And 3 of the high-level execs have already been fired as of this month. So he's like finally like he's there now and slashing heads. So it was funny because like they announced the season 2, like the Peacemaker got a second season sort of thing. They announced that within a week after announcing that, everyone that's like been supporting it, like higher ups, have been fired. And I'm sitting there like, was that their final act? Like they did that as like a fuck you. We know we're going out. Fuck you.
Okay.
Because companies would do that shit. People would do that. They're green light stuff and then get fired immediately after.
When did this guy take over? 3 weeks ago?
Something like that. He's stuff is starting to move now, and the people who have been against, kind of the having Snyder do stuff, which I don't know why everyone's so dead heart against him doing stuff, but everyone that was against him doing stuff, we were seeing getting fired now. There's 3 names left, and that's it. There was 5 of them. 2 of them are gone now. There's 3 names left.
I just think that they had to have greenlit season 2 before, because Peacemaker was doing really well.
Well, so that's the funny thing.
They just released the announcement late.
They may have. The other thing though that's interesting though with you saying about Peacemaker's doing really well, it's not though. Surprisingly. When there's actually been some people, because James Gunn is must not actually have a true job or like actually film anything, because all he does is he's on Twitter all day. So he's been like
He's a
constantly,
writer.
he's been constantly just like posting about how great the show is and basically just jerking himself off, which doesn't surprise anyone. But then
He put his girlfriend in the show.
oh yeah, of course he did. It's the only way that she can get an actual movie role.
Well, she was pretty good at it. I liked her.
So, but anyways, a bunch of people have gone online ever since he was like, we have the greatest show of all time on and people have gone online and looked, and it's like, no, you don't have the greatest show that's all out right now, let alone even on HBO Max, just in general. Like, so like there's like Euphoria, Yellowstone's doing better than it. There's all these different ones that are like,
Well, those are like those are like some of the best like running TV shows on
oh, of
TV
course,
right now.
but still, like it's still one of those things where like it's still streaming and it's still, you know.
Are they releasing the numbers on it?
Let's put it like this: HBO Max has released the numbers for everything other than the Snyder Cut, and that is facts. You can look that
Okay.
up. They've released
right.
They have released every single numbers for every single thing that they've done, but Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's the weirdest thing right here. Okay, so Euphoria
And Batman versus Superman.
No, that one they did. They definitely did for
Oh,
that
okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
So here, Peacemaker, so Euphoria, Gossip Girl, Flight Attendant, The Witcher, Yellowstone, Inventing Anna, and Pam and Tommy are all doing better than Peacemaker is.
Hey, it's doing better than Reacher. And the Book of Boba Fett.
It's one of those things where it's like there's like, I don't know. It's odd. That's all. Like the whole, like that whole thing is odd to me. It's DC. In my opinion, DC needs to be either they need to get let go from Warner Brothers, or they just need to, like, the Flashpoint movie needs to just reset everything, not like reset only the parts that they want to remove. It just needs to reset everything. Which is funny, because if the timeline would have actually have worked correctly, right?
Yeah.
This would be when it would be happening. The original timeline, as of right now, we would be having our second Flash movie, which would be Flashpoint. We would have Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. We would have Laura Cohen as the Joker. And it would reset the entire universe.
All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
Is that what the Snyder fans want?
Yes. We want to see
Or
Zack.
is it-
We want when and it's one of those things. Zack had like a pure plan, like this is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. Here, this is what our plan is. And then Warner Brothers even released like a very soft, like, this is the movies that we're gonna release coming down the line, right? Like that sort of thing. When doing that, they released, it was I wonder if I can find the original slate actually. DC original, because it's one of those things where you look at it and it looks like it looks great right here. Okay, so and then I'll bring it up.
All right.
Okay, so
Go for it.
so Man of Steel in 2013, right? We got that.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad. Both of those we know. Well, one of them we know got fucked with heavily. One of them they just removed 30 minutes of Lex Luthor pulling strings, right? That was 2016. Then 2017 happens. Wonder Woman, which we got. Apparently now we're finding out that the final end scene got fucked with.
Did Chris Pine survive?
So no, Chris Pine dies, but like the actual like fight scene between her and Ares apparently was a lot different than what we got.
Okay. It was more than them like slapping each other 3 times and going, "I'm going to end you."
Yeah, and him like making his armor out of just random metal that was around and like having random swords and being Magneto for a little bit. Yeah. Then Justice League. So that one we knew, we know that one got fucked with. So then this is the next part of the slate, okay? 2018 was supposed to be Flash, Aquaman, and an untitled DC film. So the Flash
Do you like Aquaman?
I do, but there's certain things about it that irk me a little bit. Aquaman is one of my favorite like heroes, period.
Yeah.
in the New 52, they tried to remove the whole he's a joke, and Jeff Johns was the writer of it, and he did a great job doing that. He turned Aquaman into a great person. Then Zach hired fucking Jason Momoa, which is like, if you want to turn someone into not a joke, I mean, after coming off of Khal Drogo, that's kind of the guy that you go get, right?
I liked in the original what I did like. I did like that he was like, because in the end, like, he is kind of just a dumb big guy, you know. And I liked that there was a humor to him about that, but then they just made him too menacing in the Snyder Cut, in my opinion. I think
so that's the other thing as well, is that, remember, with like, it's hard with that as well, because he has his own separate, was like, so the Snyder Cut should have happened, and then we were going to get his movie, right?
Okay.
So instead, what you saw was the bullshit version that Joss Whedon made. Then you saw his movie. So now you fully know what he's supposed to be like. And now we're going back before the movie, where he is kind of brooding and, you know, which, I mean, even he shows some lighter heart moments, but it's not like it is, you know, in the Aquaman movie. In the Aquaman movie, they did lighten him up a lot more, which you know, I knew they were going to do, you know, just with the direction. But like the Flash movie we were going to get was supposed to be from Rick Fumagawa. It was,
Ricky.
But he was supposed to do it, and he wanted to do originally, I think it was he wanted to begin the Rogues Gallery, which makes sense, right? It's a Flash movie. First time you're doing Flash, you want to introduce his rogues. So apparently he wanted to do Captain Cold and Heatwave, which is the two main big ones. Which I'm fine with.
Same actors or no?
No, different actors. Like,
okay, cool.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with. I would love to see a live action version, like, and of course I don't mean it in a negative way with this, but like a big name live action version, because of course we got it on the CW. Captain Cold was good. Heatwave was meh.
No, dude, they're brothers. Didn't you ever see their Jailbreak show? I can't remember what's the name of that show.
Prison Break.
Prison Break. First two seasons were good. After that, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I liked Prison Break.
But so he wanted to do that, and Warner Brothers said, "No, you're going to do Flashpoint." So the first Flash movie, going back in time to reset everything, like that just makes sense.
Okay,
like,
so let's not talk about what was. What's going to happen? That's like that's what we're.
Okay,
you know, that's not going to happen now.
Exactly, but like, let me just really quick. So Shazam, Justice League 2, right? That's what we're supposed to get next. Well, no, not at this point.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, and then it was Cyborg and the Green Lantern Corps. That's what we were supposed to get in 2020. But so moving forward, what are we getting? We're getting Black Adam, which looks incredible from the little teasers that we've gotten of it so far. I'm really fucking hoping that they don't make Black Adam like a hero, because he's not. He's an anti-villain. He's an anti-hero. He's an anti-hero villain. More on the side of villain. So I'm really hoping that, like, if they do start with him being like almost like a hero.
Does he have like the same kind of power as Shazam?
Yes.
Is that what his?
Yes.
Okay.
He has the exact same powers as Shazam. He was like one of the first people imbued the powers by Shazam, like that sort of thing. And he used them basically for bad.
So, to change, does he say Shazam?
He never changes.
Oh, okay.
From the medium that I've seen, he's never changed. Now, I could be completely off base on that one. Shazam lore is kind of one of those weird ones for me, because it's like certain aspects it's like this, and then certain aspects it's not. But then Black Adam, it has its own like sort of thing going on. But like in that though, we're getting Pierce Brosnan in it, and
really?
he's playing Dr. Fate, which is, I'm so excited for that. Dr. Fate's basically a better version of Doctor Strange.
Oh, come on now.
Oh no, seriously, like you're gonna
see. Here's the difference between us is that I look at these characters and I see the person playing them more than I see the person they're supposed to be playing.
So you don't need to worry about that, because Dr. Fate has a helmet that he wears.
Mm-hmm.
He has the helm. So all you're gonna see is the awesome looking.
So it's gonna be voiced by.
It's gonna be Pierce Brosnan is gonna be like Pierce Brosnan is like has it when he doesn't have the helm on. He's playing the character of I think it's Ken Nelson. I think that's the one that they're doing.
Oh, like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, so like he's
Well, it's like 90% of it's voiceover. It's not even Pedro Pascal.
There's gonna be scenes where he has the helm off, and there's gonna be scenes where he has the helm on. So, Adam Smasher's in it, Hawkman's in it, and Cyclone is in it. Black Adam looks like it's gonna be big. It looks like it's gonna be big. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's been Dwayne's project for like 10 years.
I'm gonna say it's big because of The Rock. That's it. For fans, it's big, but for other people, it's not. It's just The Rock. It's just a Rock project.
Yeah, it's if done correctly, this could be fucking awesome because you do Black Adam, you do Shazam 2. I would argue you do a Shazam 3 movie that like teases Black Adam at the end of it. And
so will Shazam be in Black Adam, or is
so they're eventually, it's going to happen eventually. It has to. It would almost be like doing a Superman movie, then doing a Lex Luthor movie, and then never having the two of them actually meet on screen.
They might pull that shit.
I mean, they probably would, knowing fucking Warner Brothers. But so eventually they have to meet. Like that's the way the fans are seeing it. Like eventually it has to happen.
Well, look, was Suicide Squad? Batman wasn't in it.
Batman was in a flashback.
So Batman really wasn't in it.
No. In Suicide Squad, he was. In Suicide Squad, he was in a flashback where it was after Joker and Harley kill Tattoo Man, and he's like chasing them through Gotham, and Joker sends his fucking car into the ocean. It's one of those things. So many people forget Suicide Squad, and I don't blame them. And like I said, especially being a fan,
I liked it.
It was good, but the more and more you learn about it, like what happened, how like a trailer company cut the film up and not the director.
Is that what it was?
That's one of the things that happened. Yeah, I mean, it's just like some of those things you see and you hear, and you're like, oh, fuck off. Like it's like, but so we have Black Adam coming out. The Flash movie looks like it's gonna be absolutely terrible, in my opinion.
It's, you know what DC can't do?
What?
Make fast running look cool.
So I will argue against that, and I would say they can.
Okay.
So Flash's the way that Flash runs, where he's like kind of flicking his arms and everything, is based off of a speed skating.
Yeah. So they can kind of do his well. We'll see what happens because like this is another thing I'll say about Marvel is that Marvel is really good at making unathletic people look cool. Because did you see it? Did you see Eternals?
So I would say this: Eternals, it looks cool, but it's like Eternals, like that whole scene looked cool. I'm not saying anything about it.
Angelina Jolie moves like a 60-year-old woman. Her bones are made of paper mache.
Well, yeah, everything in those scenes were fucking green screened, but her, and then they just put her head on top of it. Like, of course it is.
Hey, they made it look cool. Mm-hmm. That's what matters.
But no, like Flash has a scene where he says about like he's a competitive speed dancer or something like that at one point, and that's the kind of the tie-in, like the little like sneaky like there's your line. That's why he moves like he does when he's running because it's that But in Eternals the speed was really good. I did enjoy the speed. I thought it was a cool way of doing it. I do also like the way the DC did it though. I think both of them are good in their own separate mediums because. Hers is just super speed. Flash's is like entering the speed force, which is its own separate thing. It's not super speed. It's it's more like that sort of thing.
His transcends time.
I mean, he does. I mean, the other one doesn't.
It's actually literally what got me to stop watching The Flash because I was like, I hate this.
Oh, the TV show?
Flashpoint stuff. Yeah, I was.
Bro,
like,
the TV show. I've had so many talks, especially with because I see Jagger was in chat a little bit ago. Me and Jagger have talked about it before and everything. Like the CW does a lot of really good things really well, and then they do a lot of when they do something bad though, they do it so bad. Like the whole
dude, I was balls deep in the Arrow first 2-3 seasons.
Oh yeah, Arrow.
Like, dude, Oliver Queen's my dude.
It's wild how Arrow goes from season 1 is good. It's a good season. Season 2 is like arguably the best season of all time, like for all CW shows that they've done. Then season 3, it's like okay, they added Ra's al Ghul. This feels a lot like Batman now. Then season 4, it's like, this is the worst thing I've ever watched in my entire life.
It's just Thea going, "You're a liar,
Yeah.
Mom, you're a liar, Oliver, you're a liar."
Well, the funny thing is like it goes from season 4, which is like the worst season of any TV show I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm Arrow was my biggest like, to season 5, which is arguably the best season that they had. Like they went from the worst to arguably the best in a single season jump.
Wild. I never finished it. I got like halfway through the last season, and then I
mean,
got,
it's one of those things. It's like you could tell when season 5 ended. That's when they were kind of like I think they had a strong idea to season 5, and then after that, kind of slowly went downhill.
How many seasons? 7, 6 or 7?
They did 5, then they did the dragon ending, so it was 8. With the 8th season being only like 10 episodes.
Jesus Christ!
I want to say it was 8. Anyway, check that real quick. It was either 7 or 8. It's one of the two.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got the Flash movie, which is it doesn't look good. The rumors about it don't sound good.
Is there a trailer for you? Or
the Flash?
Teases?
There's teases.
Yeah. There's 8 seasons in that.
There's 8. Okay, yeah. So the 8th season, though, is only like 10 episodes. Something ridiculous like that. But no, the Flash movie just looks bad, in my opinion. It just like everything they're doing about it, just like, why would you have the first movie of a main character be about him going back in time to completely erase everything that's happened? Like it doesn't make sense. Spoilers for anyone out there that eventually will be watching, but it's all over the internet anyways. Who the fuck cares? Apparently, Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman get in a fist fight. And Ben, so you ready for this?
Did Michael Keaton Batman? Is he the one with the nipples?
No, that's Clooney. So, apparently, Keaton like hits Batman and pushes Ben, and Ben falls and breaks his neck. And
he was probably drunk, right?
I mean, at this point, probably.
I think he's been pretty good since he's back with Jenny.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny because it's like if you like I said, it's funny seeing how much stuff is coming out now. So you know how, because 2017 was 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was when he was kind of like he re-hit everything again, right? Like 4, 5, 6, in that range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was around about the same time that everything started going downhill at Warner Brothers with him and Batman and everything that was going on. And the more we're finding out now about why that happened, it's one of those things where it's like, I just feel bad for Ben, bro. Like it's so like.
Did you see his basketball movie?
Yes, I fucking loved it. I thought it was I thought it was the best movie he's done in a long time.
That is another God movie where it kind of had a hue over it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back on it, that's a God movie.
It's funny because it is a God movie, but then at the same time, it's like there's not a whole lot of him being like, yeah, God. It's just him being like, I just need to stop being a shitty person.
It's all about the undertones.
Yeah.
Faith, brother.
Yeah. So Michael Keaton is Batman moving forward. Moving forward, he is Batman now, again. Instead of just doing a Batman Beyond live action.
I like Michael Keaton.
See, I do too, but this is my thing, right? Why not have Batman Beyond live action HBO Max series?
Yeah, dude, starring Will Friedle would be.
I don't care who the fuck it stars, but I mean, with Keaton being the Batman in that, old man Bruce, like it makes sense. You can set it in that universe. You can bring back Jack Nicholson and have him. Is it Nicholson in that one? I mean, shit. I mean, you could bring in fucking Mark Hamill if you really wanted to.
Dude, just bring up Danny DeVito.
But like you can bring back some of those characters, though, right?
Was Danny DeVito? I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's been so long
those old Batman ones where they kept changing the actors every fucking like 2 times. Every 2 movies was just because you had Kilmer, you had Keaton, you had Clooney.
Oh yeah, Kilmer. Huh?
Yeah, that's the one.
Kilmer can't. You can't be Kilmer because he doesn't have a voice anymore.
Yeah, I mean you can still do it, but then you just have to dub over
it. Well, no, he'd be like, "Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't inhale the Batmobile. Smoke."
Introducing Master Wayne. Hello, Terry.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no. So Keaton's Batman moving forward. They're erasing everything. All the Snyder movies are basically getting erased from continuity. And we're gonna have Supergirl instead of Superman. We're gonna have Batwoman or Batgirl instead of Batman, because the next movie that they're releasing is Batgirl, where Keaton is in it, and
Who's Batgirl?
Batgirl is Leslie Grace. I want to say her name is.
So it's not the racist Australian, right?
No, maybe.
Cool.
Who's the racist Australian?
She played Batwoman in the CW show.
No. Yeah, no.
Hey, I'm here on IMDb right now,
Yeah.
and Peacemaker's. It just dropped down. Nope, it's ranked 7 on all top TV shows right now.
It dropped to 7.
It's at 7.
Is that 7? Okay, what's beating it out?
Ozark,
Okay.
Attack on Titan,
Okay.
Pam and Tommy,
Yeah.
Euphoria, Book of Boba Fett, and then Reacher at number 1. Reacher's pretty good.
Reachers, I've heard a lot of. I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it.
I have 2 episodes left. It's real good.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So the worst part about the Batgirl movie is that it could be really. If they weren't doing the whole fucking Keaton thing, I would fucking be so much more happy with it. But the best part about it is that they have Brandon Fraser, and he's the main villain. He's playing Firefly.
Okay.
Which is cool because Firefly is always seen as like this like spindly little skinny dude that like flies around and like fucking flaming stuff, and instead we have like big burly Brandon Fraser burning shit down, and I'm sitting there like that could be really fucking cool.
I'm just waiting for him to make like a true mainstream comeback.
Oh, well, it's funny because like it's like he's doing the voice acting in Doom Patrol, and he's been doing some acting in it actually as well. They've been getting him actually on set and actually doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
And
well, he's done a couple scenes. I remember he did flashbacks as him.
He did. Yeah, he's done all the flashbacks, but now they're also doing like they had one where like everyone was on like an acid trip or something like that. So like you have Robot Man and him like looking at each other like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it's the funniest thing because it's like I remember Brandon Fraser from The Mummy, as
hot Brandon Fraser,
as everyone probably remembers him
yeah.
from the right. So like you remember him from that, and then you hear him say "fuck" 90 times in 3 episodes, and you're sitting there like, Brandon Fraser just said
and
fuck.
Encino Man, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Encino Man?
Isn't that one of the who the fuck's that fucking comedian?
Pauly Shore.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pauly Shore stan.
It's funny.
As everyone should be.
At one point, I put Pauly Shore on the same level as Marvel movies, and at one point I said that out loud to someone, and they fucking lost their shit on me. And I was like, "Look, they're the same thing. I can put them on the background. I'll get a giggle every now and then, and I can continue to do my work and not be interrupted."
Fair enough.
You know, like Biodome. Oh, Biodome. That's
Biodome.
that's my go-to if I'm just like if nothing is intriguing me. Biodome.
I was hanging out with a buddy, probably a month or 2 ago, and I was smoking meat as one does, and we were just sitting around. I was like, "Oh, you want to watch Biodome?" He's like, "What's Biodome?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a Pauly Shore movie." He's like, "It's Pauly Shore." I'm like, what? And
I can only imagine the amount of just like
he's I'm 30. I think he's 26. I think he's 26 or 27. And I'm like, dude, what's the disconnect? How do you not know who Pauly Shore is? And then I have another buddy who's like, Pauly Shore is a rapist. I'm like, you don't know that? He's like, he's gotta be. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, how do you not enjoy Pauly Shore? Yeah, he's an idiot, but like that's that's
like, his thing. Is like it's like you go into a Pauly Shore movie knowing what sort of humor you're gonna get.
Yeah, you wouldn't have Jay and Silent Bob without Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah. Now that you said it out loud, easily.
Snoogans, like you wouldn't have. I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, so Batgirl. So we got Black Adam, Batgirl. We got the next Aquaman. We got the next Aquaman movie, and we've now found out this one hurts. So there was going to be. Did you see the first Aquaman movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember the trench, the weird creatures there, where they're like they're they're not Atlanteans anymore. They've gone back to like the primeval like creatures.
Sure.
Yeah. So there was rumors of a trench movie.
Okay.
And everyone was like,
about like the before time?
Well, so that's what everyone thought it was going to be. What it actually was it was going to be a Black Manta TV show
Oh.
that was going.
He was an Aquaman. No,
Yes, he
wasn't
was.
an Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
He was Aquaman.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's yeah.
He died in Aquaman though.
No, he fucks his eye up in Aquaman.
Okay.
It looks like he dies, and if you don't watch all the way through to the end, it was one of the like end credit scenes that they did, which DC doesn't normally do. They did it for this one. But so it was going to be a show about Yaya going and finding like a certain metal so he can make his own tridents to fight like for the so he could fight Aquaman.
Which one's Yaya?
He's the Yaya Abdul Mateen, I think is his name fully. He's in Candyman. He's Candyman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's him. Yeah. So it was going to be a show, but it was going to be like based off of him, like and him like trying to get revenge and like building his stuff, and it was going to lead into Aquaman 2.
Oh, was he Black Mantis?
Yes.
Oh,
wait.
Okay.
He's Black Manta. Yeah.
Okay. Did you see Watchmen, the show?
Yes. Love Watchmen.
Oh, man, he was so good in Watchmen too.
Yes. I what dude when they did the him being fucking Dr. Manhattan, I was like.
Huge cock.
I was like, huge cock.
A huge cock. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they were gonna do that TV show going into the Aquaman 2 movie. It was gonna lead into it.
Okay.
But so we have an Aquaman 2 movie coming out, which is it seems interesting. I don't know. We don't know a whole lot about it yet. All we know is that Aquaman is gonna be working with with Orm, his brother, and Manta to fight. From what it seems like, it's going to be the Frozen King or the Lost King, like that sort of thing.
Has there been many, like, what are the DC shows that are not CW?
We got Titans.
Oh, yeah.
So we talking about
Doom
shows.
Patrol.
Titans, Doom Patrol, Stargirl technically because it had one season, but now it is on CW, which is weird. But it's mainly Titans, Doom Patrol,
And
Peacemaker. Watchmen technically is because it falls under the category of DC. Because it's Vertigo. Vertigo is part of of the umbrella.
It's not.
It's not though. I mean, it isn't, but it isn't. But they have had crossovers recently in comics of it, which is kind of interesting. You had Batman working with Rorschach at one point. It was kind of weird.
Two psychos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what was it? There was another one that I was going to say. We had Swamp Thing that got canceled after a couple episodes, which that is one that I'm not a horror guy. Fucking hate horror stuff. Swamp Thing embraced the horror, and it was such a good show. It was such a good show.
Was Titans, was that originally a PlayStation show?
No, it was a DC Universe show. So DC did DC Universe, which was
okay.
It was like imagine DC Universe. I think came out before Disney Plus, but it was just DC stuff. But now this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing, all right? Just DC stuff. So you would assume if I say that means everything DC related was in the catalog. No, they only had certain things.
Like 3 cartoons.
It was like it was like 3 cartoons: Titans, Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, and then like 2 movies.
I didn't even know they made a Swamp Thing.
So the Swamp Thing show, I think you should take a look at. It's actually very good.
Okay.
It has the main guy from Sharknado's in it.
I never actually saw Sharknado.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like
Wait, Andy Bean.
Mm-hmm. There's fucking 2 other guys in it as well that you would know.
It's Kevin Durant.
Yep, that was one of them.
Not that Kevin. Yeah.
And then there's
I know him
one.
from he's in stuff. Will Patton, he been in stuff.
That's the one. Will Patton. That was the 2 that I was gonna say. Will Patton and and Drummond.
That's all I'm seeing.
It was a good show. I was actually upset for a while. I had it on my stream. At the bottom of my stream, it used to say hashtag Save Swamp Thing.
Oh, there's one of the ladies. She's in Reacher.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But yeah, so that's really it though. Like it's like we're supposed to be getting a Green Lantern show that's kind of interesting. The concept of it is interesting. I think it's 8 episodes, and each episode is going to be a different Lantern.
Oh, okay.
Which I find that interesting. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's going to confuse the fuck out of people.
You know who should be a Green Lantern? It's Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
Got the lantern, boys.
Yeah, no, that's it though. Yeah, DC really doesn't have that. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's so much. Like that. That's my biggest thing. Is like, it's just there's so much that they could do.
They won't.
They won't.
You know what? I'm really surprised. I've been watching Space Force. They brought back Space Force for season 2. I saw no advertisement for it.
I saw one trailer at one point, and I remember watching it. I remember I started to watch it. I paused it, and I went, "Should I do a reaction to this?" And then I looked at it, and it had been out for like a day, and it was at like 2,000 views or 20,000 views. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Nope, not doing it." And I just watched it, and it's.
They did so much advertising for the first season, and then I was sitting. It was Friday night. I was sitting on my couch, and I was like, "Season 2." I really liked this first season. It got throttled. There definitely won't be a season 3. There's only 7 episodes in the second season.
It's wild. I was just thinking that because like Cowboy Bebop got fucking canceled real quick, right?
Yeah, that show was great. I'll say it.
That's the thing. Is like I heard from a lot of people that it was good.
It was good. So it's all right. Hear me out.
Yep.
So like, you know how like a lot of you DC fans are unhappy with things the way things are going.
Yep.
Well, you're happy things are getting made, right?
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah.
These fucking Cowboy Bebop fans, they're like, Spike Spiegel, he is Japanese. I hired this Korean guy. What's going on? He's not funny. He's a serious guy. I don't know. It's all like everyone's just unhappy about everything.
Well, I'm so. It's one of the reasons why I stopped talking to like quite a few people about certain stuff like this. Is just because it's one of those things where it has turned into such a fucking like. If you have any opinion at all, you get attacked. I think we do a good job of just talking about stuff. We don't really attack that much.
I'm just happy things get made.
Well, so that's my thing. Is like I've started getting to the point now where like and like a lot more people have. I've said it to a lot more people now. It's like, look, I'm happy Marvel fans are eating well. You know, good for you guys. You're eating well. You know, it's like I can't say the same thing about me right now, but I'm glad that you guys are. You know.
But in a way, I think the success of Marvel is the reason why DC is like having the movies that it does.
So it's the reason why DC is one. We were behind. When you have a franchise that's already 5 years going, and you try to play catch up immediately, yeah, you're gonna fuck up. 2, they didn't give the fuck. How the hell did my hair tie get on my foot? 2, Zack had like, you have to admit, Zack Snyder has a very unique movie style, right?
Dude, he loves men. He loves abs.
I mean, who doesn't?
I do.
But my thing is this: is that like I'm always going to be on the side of the director. Give the director his fucking you brought him in to do his thing. Let him do his fucking thing, right? And when you fuck with that, then it fucks with everything. And that was the biggest thing: is that they fucked with one thing, and that just snowballed into where we are now because Warner Brothers couldn't just sit back and let him build the universe that he wanted to. Instead, they wanted to play catch up and immediately complete with Marvel. Which it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And now we're at a point now where, like, Multiverse of Madness is going to murder everything DC puts out this year.
And it's going to earn a lot of money.
It is. Like, that movie is going to earn a lot of money. And it's going to be great because you're going to see this, right? You're going to see, because The Suicide Squad was the first movie in the double 1 million, 100 million? Something. They were in some sort of losers club. For like, you know, and everything. And DC blamed it on a bunch of stuff. Spider-Man comes out, immediately blows the hinges off of all the doors. Immediately, it's like one of those things that's like, are you sure you're going to keep blaming on stuff? Like,
did you see the new Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay, all right.
I was a big fan of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I always have been. I'm not one of the new fans. I wanted them to make Spider-Man 3 back
when it came out.
I loved it.
I'm not a fan of what's his goddamn name? First one,
Oh, Toby.
Toby.
See,
I
for
thought he
me,
sucked as
so for me,
Spider-Man.
it's one of those things. Like for me, Toby's always going to be the OG because like that was the, in my opinion, and like I said, this is my opinion. Toby was one of the ones that started the superhero thing because if you think about it, that was the first one that had like a true trilogy,
Uh-huh.
right? And it was successful and people liked it. Like it was one of those things. Like
Sure did.
you had the same main fucking actor for 3 movies and the same supporting cast. Like what? You don't do that. I think that laid the brickwork for stuff. I liked Garfield's because I just there was something about the Garfield movies that I liked.
Andrew Garfield, just like
He
he
really
makes you want to be his friend. Like I don't know. Like
there was
he's
something
a
about
very
him,
likable guy.
and there's something about him as Spider-Man
Yeah.
that just worked. I think as Peter Parker, maybe not as much. His Peter Parker seemed more like a college age kind of, but like his Spider-Man, like I thought was perfect. But like
He oozes confidence, and that's
yes,
like what
people did.
Spider-Man should have.
I liked the first. I'm going to say this right. I thought Electro's design was better in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 than in No Way Home. In No Way Home, he looks like a construction worker with an arc reactor on his chest.
Yeah, no, because he was like and then they made him cool. Jamie Foxx is like, I'm not playing a nerd again. I'm cool, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like I can't think of who the fuck the director was of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But basically, their whole thing was that like if you look at a lot of Spider-Man villains, a lot of them are green and yellow.
Interesting.
And so, like, that's why they decided to change it up and go with the blue because it would be more vibrant and they could do more stuff and it would pop a little bit more on screen with the dark surroundings and everything that they did.
Well, blue is typically like a color of good. You know,
so it was like
it's cool.
So it was kind of like I liked that and I thought it like I loved the musical score of that movie is fucking incredible. We're not going to talk about the Green Goblin in that movie because dear God.
Hey. Don't talk about my man like that.
No, I mean in the Amazing Spider-Man, not William.
Oh.
No, we're not talking about Defoe. Defoe is.
My,
Think about it like this. Last year, Defoe was the winner of 2021.
You think so?
He was in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he was in No Way Home. He was the winner of 2021.
Fair enough.
Right.
The guy who played Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Is whenever he's in anything, I'm like, please stop putting him in things. He he should never be a leading man. Because did you see Ethereum or fuck?
The one that I was thinking of was Chronicle. That was one I was thinking of.
Chronicle's the one movie I agree with because he's a fucking weirdo.
He's a weirdo in the movie and he's a weirdo in real life, so it just works.
Yeah. I can't. He had a movie with Cara Delevingne about like space and worlds.
Oh
and,
shit! I remember. Yeah.
People only say Ethereum, but
I know what you're talking about, but I don't. Euphoria?
Yeah, that movie's...
No, I was gonna say Euphoria.
No, not Euphoria.
It ain't that one.
I don't know. I can't. I can't.
I agree. I agree. He's a very.
Except for, did you see that Shia LaBeouf movie about moonshine business?
Yeah.
He was in that. He was great in that.
Yeah.
That's Oh, you have it. Oh, you have it. Yeah. I always forget the name of it though.
Lawless.
Yeah.
Because it has Tom Hardy in it as well. It's one of.
Yeah.
It's based on. It's actually based on a true story and a true family.
And the brother, the other brother. I like the. I don't ever know.
Jason
his name.
Clarke.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. In this, it's actually a true story. Like everything that happened to the Bondurant, like the main Bondurant there, like he got shot. He had his throat slit. He did all these different things. Like he survived the red measles or something.
World War I.
Yeah, and then
it's
he had all that stuff happen to him, and then he died of pneumonia because he fell into the river drunk one night. Like that's how he died. Like it was the funniest fucking thing. It was a great movie.
Like Rasputin. I watched the new Kingsman movie. What a piece of shit that was.
Isn't it like a prequel?
No, yeah, you don't hear me. Like I'm usually like I'm just like, oh, it was good, it was fun. That movie was a piece of shit.
Even if it's a bad movie, I don't think I've heard you say piece of shit to a movie.
That movie's a piece of shit. Do you see the other ones? That movie made Kingsman 2 look like the greatest sequel of all time. That movie sucked. like no, and
I'm
they're like it's on Hulu. You can watch it. It's already on HBO Max. I think they're trying to push it so people watch it because that's how fucking shitty it was. Like that movie sucked, and
it's
I can't I don't want to spoil it. Like how Kingsman's like a fun cheeky movie series.
did they try to go
I
like
They
super?
went serious. They went serious, and like I didn't laugh once the whole
I'm
movie.
I'm never a
I got
fan.
there was one scene made me real mad, and then it made me mad for the rest of the movie. Real
It's
mad.
my thing is I feel like especially like I feel like Kingsman the first movie they made Kingsman right
Yep.
like here it is boom Kingsman
Kingsman.
it did
Great
well
movie.
it did well
Taron Egerton.
it did great right
He's
and then
hot.
immediately they're sitting there like well fuck Kingsman 2
Kingsman 2.
and then it did okay and they're like all right well where do we go from here it's like does anyone have any ideas and then they like did like the around the room thing and there's just some dude in the back like why don't we do a prequel I was like done.
How was it made? It's Ralph Fiennes, who's a great actor. Don't
Yes.
get me wrong, but he's like a secret agent. He's 60 years old. Uh, like this dude jumped out of like it's World War One. Takes place. It's all about World War One. He jumps out of a plane and with a parachute and almost dies because he gets hit by the plane. Like he's 60 years old, and then they had him scale up a cliff. He jumped off a goat to climb up a cliff. He's 60 years old. Like the dust came out of his balls as he jumped off the goat. I was like, "What is this?" And then something else happened. I don't. That's not a spoiler. Yeah, I was like, I watched this. I watched it yesterday, and I was like 10 in the morning. I was pissed off. I was like, "Fuck him, it's Kingsman. It's not my Kingsman." This motherfucker. He.
Oh, that's
I haven't been mad at a movie in a while.
but we got it now. That's fucking great. Jesus Christ. I like that's one of the things I would say this. Is there any movie that you're excited for that's coming out? Because I'm actually really excited for a movie. I haven't made it like I don't want to say I haven't made it public because I have a little bit. But like I'm not like super pushy about it, but I'm actually very excited about it. And it's an original IP.
Mm-hmm.
Which how many times do you hear that?
Not too often.
I mean, I asked you first. Like, is there anything you're excited?
I was really excited for Jackass.
I remember you said you liked that when we talked.
I really wanted to see Belle. I think that's still in theaters. It's an anime musical, basically.
Oh, interesting.
It probably would. I mean, I watch movie trailers probably every day.
Yeah,
This podcast is just going to turn into a movie podcast.
I mean that's fine. I mean, so the one that I'm excited for,
Yes.
and this would be no surprise after our earlier conversation, is a Zack Snyder movie coming to Netflix, and it's called Rebel Moon.
Okay.
And it's inspired by like the Seven Samurai sort of movies and Star Wars.
Okay, which is what Star Wars is,
Yeah.
based on. Yeah.
It's exciting looking at it because, like, of course, like you look at a lot of the stuff that he's released from it. You look at a lot of the stuff that he's released of it. He's released a lot of concept art, and the concept art looks fucking incredible.
Live action?
Yes,
Okay.
live action. He's released his cast. His cast is fucking nuts.
What's it called?
It's called Rebel Moon. Look this up.
All right, what are we seeing? We got Charlie Hunnam right there. Demon Huns. I don't know how to say his name.
I don't know how to say his name either, but we all know who he is.
He was in Kingsman. He was in the new one.
He was in Aquaman. He was
Unbelievable.
in. He was in.
Dude, never back down. Come on.
No, yeah, that's the other one. Well, I was thinking about the other. There's he did a Marvel one because there was like 1 year where he did like 3 movies. Oh, he was in Aquaman, Shazam, and a Marvel movie all in the same year. What the fuck was the Marvel movie though?
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Jenna Malone, great actress. Wait, that's Ray Fisher?
Yep, Ray Fisher. Yep.
All right. The people of the galaxy send a young woman to seek out warriors from planets to help them from tyrannical armies that are terrorizing their peaceful colony. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds and looks great. It's my thing that I'm most excited about for is the fact that it's an original IP, and when Netflix has already said that they're not touching it. They're not gonna fuck with it at all. It's Zach, you do you.
Which Netflix does, and it's really
I mean, it's one
they've
of those
really
things.
done well with that.
Love it or hate it with Army of the Dead because that's
I liked it. It was fun.
I liked it. I thought it was fun too. There's a lot of people that didn't like it, but it's one of those things. They let Zack Snyder do what Zack Snyder fucking wanted to, and Zack Snyder did it, and he had fun. And that movie it's a fun movie.
It's character driven, and then that's
And I
like what does it for me.
I like the fact as well that especially he gave Dave Bautista the starring role in it. Dave Bautista turned down another movie because it was like a side act thing, and it was like he was going to be playing like a Drax sort of character, where it's like the comic relief. And Dave's like, I don't want to fucking do that shit anymore. Like, I want to actually be an actor, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Dave as a person, but I love him in everything I see.
From what I've heard about him in person, actual person, he's a really good person.
I know he's a good person. He's just he's standoffish
Yes.
with a lot of things. So I hear that
when he
I'm not sure.
when he makes his mind up on something, it's done. That's it.
Yeah. Because even in Blade Runner 2049, he played such a small part, but he is such a pivotal role of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw it, but
not yet. That's one of the ones I've been wanting to see.
Perfect movie.
Perfect.
No, perfect.
Oh, really?
Perfect film. Yeah.
All right.
That wasn't a joke.
And I'll have to definitely.
I don't know if you saw the first one, but
I want to say I did. Harrison Ford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I've definitely seen the first one. Then I'll probably have to. Honestly, I'll probably rewatch it before I, just.
Final Cut. It's on Netflix now. That's another movie that has 3 versions.
Oh.
5. It might even have 5 versions.
Jesus.
There's most of the versions have Harrison Ford doing an inner monologue, narrating to himself.
Oh, it's okay.
And that's that's not what the director wanted. So the studio's we're doing this, and then it's another Snyder thing. He's nope, this is my version. This is what I wanted. Yeah. It's longer. And then 2049 is Denis Villeneuve did Dune. He did
Dune
Sicario.
Dune was the big one. Sicario was fucking such a good movie. God damn.
Well, I wanted to bring this up is that so I'll say it. So they're doing Yellowstone. I do love Yellowstone. And it's all Taylor Sheridan. And Taylor Sheridan wrote Sicario.
Yeah.
And then I had it up. Peacock and Paramount have given free reins to him. They're do whatever you want. So do you see Wind River?
Wind River.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. That's on Netflix.
Bro, I'm gonna have a list of fucking movies here after this.
Might have been it came out 2017. Best movie I saw that year.
Okay.
It's
that was
Hawkeye.
That was back if it was 2017, I was coaching then still, so I wouldn't have
okay.
I would have been completely oblivious to everything.
Well, no one saw it. It flew under the radar. It wasn't rated. It wasn't for anything. That was the biggest snub that year. It's all right. Let me read you this.
All right.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
Jeremy Renner.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one other actor and Punisher. Why I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jason. No, already wrong. Well, all right. Yeah, the guy from Walking Dead.
Yes.
There we go. I was gonna say unless you're talking about
John Barenthal.
John. I said Jason. John. Same thing.
So it's it's about a Native American reservation, and a murder, and Elizabeth Olsen's an FBI agent that comes on and tries to solve the murder with Jeremy Renner, who's a livestock agent. Not a livestock agent. He's a livestock. He's a hunter for the reservation.
Oh. Okay.
And it's they're just trying to solve a murder, and it's just so he did this movie. I think this was the first movie he directed, and I think and that's what got him Yellowstone. That's what got him these other things, because he has 2 shows on Paramount right now. He has 1883. He has a 3rd one coming out, another Yellowstone spinoff, and that's what I'm excited for.
That's exciting. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about Yellowstone. I've seen bits and pieces of it when I'm when I head over to my old folks' home.
It's on TikTok. It's a lot. Yeah.
When I head over to my parents' house, yeah, old folks' home. When I head over to
Old
there,
folks.
when I head over there to go see them every now and then,
Dude, my
they're
dad
watching
watch
it.
it. He's a geese.
Yeah.
You know.
So I got this. Before we wrap it up, I got two that I just thought of while you were saying about the reservation. One kind of rolled off the other. So one of them is a Jason Momoa movie, and I don't know if I still have it. I don't think I have it anymore, which is unfortunate. This is the Jason Momoa movie. Now I gotta look it up because I don't remember the actual fucking name of it.
What's it about?
It's about basically the same thing as what you were saying about, just barely with the nope, it's not wolves. Road to Paloma.
Hmm.
So, Road to Paloma, after murdering his mother's rapist, Wolf, a Native American, flees from the law. 6 months later, he meets up with a drifter called Cash and heads north to his sister's property, where he intends to go spread his mother's ashes. But with the law right behind him, his dream to lay his mother to peace may come at a price.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
You did see that one?
Yeah, did not.
It was one of those ones that I don't think it was released in theaters. If it was, I don't remember it being.
Well, most of his movies aren't.
Yeah, but it was
Like
it's
the Bad Batch.
It's very much along the lines of the way that he acts in the movie is very much along the lines of Khal Drogo, where he's very stoic and silent a lot of the time, and it's more facial acting than anything. Facial and like actual like physical acting. So there's that one, and then that made me think of a Tom Hardy movie where he's driving the entire movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that one.
What do you think
I
of that?
can't. It's frustrating. I don't.
It
I haven't
was
seen it. I saw it when I saw it in theaters, but I can't remember it. Can't even remember the name of it.
that's one of the ones that I should have. I only have a couple movies. Lock. That's the name of
Yeah.
it. Lock.
Tom Holland's in that one. Plays his son.
Is it?
Yep. But that was like 2012, so he was like
I was gonna say because like all you hear is
he's
his
like
voice.
7 years old. Yeah.
Holy shit! No way. Really? What? I mean, I'm not down.
I hope that was him.
I mean, either way. I mean, that's fucking. Yep, Tom Holland.
2013.
Yep, Tom Holland.
Dang.
Eddie. Holy shit!
I think that was his first movie.
You know who
One
else?
of his first.
You know who else is in it? It looks like maybe is this the guy that I'm thinking it is? Hold up second. Hold up second. Hold up second. Hold the dick. Hold the dick. Hold the dick. Nope, it isn't. Never mind. Yeah, no, I thought it was an interesting movie. I'm kind of like shocked that they did it, but like I like the fact that if you're in the right mood to walk to like actually like kind of like it's one of those things like I always say movies are all about what mood you're in. If you're in the mood to sit down and watch kind of like a serious movie,
Yeah.
like that keeps you entertained because you start to slowly get invested in him as the movie goes on. It doesn't hurt that it's Tom Hardy, you know.
Oh no, he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He's really like he's troubled, you know.
He's like there's a lot of quotes that he has that are just very good quotes, kind of like, it's like, well, I'm kind of a softie, so I have all these tattoos because now that makes me look hard, like that sort of thing. And it's like you hear that and you're like, oh.
Did you see Warrior? That's on Netflix again.
Warrior's such a good fucking movie.
Oh man, I cry every time. Cry like a baby.
Movie. Such a good movie, bro. It's
every time. I haven't had a good cry in a while. I think. Actually, no, I cried. I did cry watching that dumb movie, that dumb Kurt Warner movie. I won't lie, I'm an emotional man.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'm gonna tell stories about it though. But all right, that's we went a little bit over our hour that we wanted to do. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We fucking run with it anyway.
That's the kind of format we're looking at. About an hour.
Yeah.
Instead of like when we talk for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, that was still the longest podcast I've ever had. Was the one where we talked for like fucking 3 hours. Yeah, no. So yeah, this is the effing title is going to be like this for the next little bit. I think that the only time that it won't be this is around draft time. Which even then, I might say fuck it and have those be specials, and then we just continue to have ours. You know.
Yeah.
So who the fuck knows? But thank you, DeNutte, for being here today, for being my new co-host.
You're the host. I'm the co-host. The hostess with the hostessness.
The hostess with the hostessness.
Yeah.
I know. Are you the hostess with the hostesses? Because you have like ho-hos and like Twinkies and stuff, like, or.
I had an almond joy earlier. Be the joy boy.
I like it. Right. So everyone, thank you guys for stopping by. Next week we'll talk about some more bullshit and some other stuff. But as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Stay trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.